So this was the morning I walked back to Nishihangaji to get a bag that Jared left there the day before. Our neighborhood was really beautiful in the early morning light, and I saw a hawk on the way there, a big hawk. I sent a picture of it to my cousin Jennifer, who's a bit of a birder, and she said, "Good hawk action." Then we were on our way to get breakfast at a place that serves you with a robot, and we found this little cart truck that had this interesting robot motif all over it. I really like the robots.
Almost Art Deco.
It is interesting. I'd say, yeah, Art Deco. Look, it's even up on cogs. We also saw a giant crab outside of Nishiki Market, which is this covered street, pedestrian only area. So we had ridden our bikes over here and we parked our bikes outside because you can't ride bikes through here. And then we walked through it to breakfast. Their tablet menu had some questionable English on it.
I think that means over easy. Baked on both. Soy milk cheesecake.
But it was just like Denny's vibes in here. Cafe Gusto had some weird things on the menu, including mayonnaise pizza. But the main reason we were there was their robot. Goodbye. Go back to your home.
I wonder what she was saying. She's very cute.
Aoi Matsuri, or the Hollyhock Festival, happens every year. We only found out about it that morning, so this was quite a spontaneous trip inspired by a TikTok that we saw. We looked up the parade route and we stood at this little green X quite near the beginning of the parade at Kyoto Imperial Palace. This was as close as we got to Kyoto Imperial Palace on this trip. We were definitely standing on the wrong side of the road. The other side did not have any traffic between you and the parade, but our side was less crowded, so there's that.
I like those little signs.
The parade started off with police cars and police horses. Then the festival procession began, led by the imperial messenger, who traditionally would have read a imperial declaration and delivered the gifts at the shrines. This festival originated some 2,500 years ago during the reign of Emperor Kinmei. As Americans, it's hard for us to fathom something that started so long ago. And apparently, they have record of disastrous rains and high winds that caused the emperor to want to appease the gods. So he sent a retinue of people and gifts to the shrines as a prayer to help the harvest. And it worked, and they kept doing it every May 15th for a long time. The rest of the procession is made up of 600 people, all wearing the dress of Heian nobles, 36 horses, 4 cows, and 2 ox carts adorned in wisteria. We were also really fascinated by these hollyhock floats. It seemed to take 3 guys taking turns to carry them. I loved the way they completely obscured the body. It made this whimsical silhouette. This is a very quiet parade due to the ritual aspect of this festival. It's apparently much quieter than the other festivals in Kyoto, which include dancing and music. One of the only sounds we could hear during this parade, besides the noise of the traffic, was the noise of the ox carts.
God, it's a little British.
That is very true.
That's so beautiful.
I am sure the ox carts squeak intentionally, but it still was pretty funny or shocking to us. The procession started at Kyoto Imperial Palace and then it heads to Shimogama Jinja Shrine, where various ceremonies are performed, and then it moves along again to Kamigamo Jinja Shrine. The first part of the procession is all men. It is court nobles and soldiers. They are carrying gifts for the gods, including animal skins. Some of them play musical instruments, some are dancers. The horses are raced at the shrines to show their prowess to the gods, I guess. The Aoi Matsuri reached its peak during the Heian period, which ran from 794 to 1185, even though this festival predates that significantly. But that's why everyone is dressed in the elaborate garb of the Heian period, which is considered the peak of the Japanese imperial court.
The person has a tiger skin sheath.
Oh, yeah. The highlight of the parade is the women's procession, which includes the Saiō-Dai, or Maiden Priestess, and her Maiobu, ladies in waiting. The Maiobu are appropriately shielded from the elements by men carrying umbrellas. The Maiobu are ladies in waiting to the Saiō-Dai, or Holy Maiden. Traditionally, she would have been one of the daughters of the emperor who dedicated herself in service. Now, the Saiō-Dai is an unmarried woman from Kyoto who goes through a strict selection process. She has to have wisdom, grace, and social standing. It is apparently the highest honor a woman in Kyoto can receive. This Saiō-Dai was Rizako Ota. She is the eldest daughter of Toru Ota, 4th generation owner of the Japanese confectionery Omiyatsu. She is apparently wearing a 12-layer silk kimono that can weigh over 60 pounds. I was so excited to see essentially a princess dressed in the traditional style of the Heian court, and she's followed by various other shrine maidens and female officials. I really loved their umbrellas. Towards the end of the parade were these beautiful bells or gongs carried by people who are acting as civilian officials. They will apparently play music at the shrines.
This is the end of it.
Oh, wow. Another oxen. Finally, another ox cart closes out the procession. You know what? She must be the cleanup after the oxen and horses.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
In American parades, they have a clown that follows them.
That's true, yeah.
I was wondering why I saw another girl with the cart. I was wondering why.
What her role is.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Wow. That was amazing. At the end of the parade, I saw this lady police officer, or not sure what her position is, but I loved her uniform. We went and walked around for a little while and took pictures of architecture. We went to a conveni and looked at a bunch of fun food. Jared noticed they had a whiskey section and they did have American whiskey. Then we visited our very first gachapon storefront. Their family. That's cool that the gachapon is the balls.
Another 100.
Oh, okay.
It's only 300 I handed you.
It's 400?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope I get Jigglypuff. She's asleep. There we go. Oh, so cute. Aww, the rings. Put them on each pinky. Then we went shopping in Nishiki Market that I showed you earlier. I didn't take video there, but I do have my scrapbook. Someday I'll show you my whole scrapbook. But Kyoto was a huge highlight. We bought some beautiful stationery there along with some gold ink. Otherwise, I think we bought some rocks from a rock store and some vintage buttons from a vintage store. We had dinner at this little Indian restaurant. The food was phenomenal and they were playing Indian music videos the whole time, which were really dramatic and fun. Next video, we're going to Fushimi Inara Shrine or the Thousand Torii Gate Shrine. So stay tuned and I'll talk to you then.